ball away, and it falls incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Hall again. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On second down, a run with Hall. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Throwing is Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Abanikanda will take this one in. Touchdown, New York.
And there's an offense that didn't panic after getting down early, and with good reason. No better way to silence a home crowd than with a nice, long, sustained drive. And they were able to put one together here and finish with the touchdown run.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
3rd and 4. Purdy from the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to get this one complete here to Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Pass incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Rodgers to throw once more. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. There he goes, right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 61 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was, Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. Oh, good move. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Samuel. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's do this, man.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. And that's caught inside the 30. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
On 1st down, Purdy. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey from 21 yards away. And the Niners have regained the lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. On the return is Xavier Gipson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On play action, now Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Uzomah.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. A give running right is Hall. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 76 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Hall again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that, because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Play action. Now Purdy. That's to the sideline and incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. McCaffrey on the counter. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here comes third down at 7. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it fourth down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over. New York set to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
right? Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Straight ahead is Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw. He finds Wilson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Open man here is Conklin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 18. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 4 receivers split out here. It's 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football. And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Throwing is Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal? Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you? I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Jets have moved out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass. Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself,
No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now with Purdy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. And again, it's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports.
Getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. Third quarter, here we go.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
They go play action here. Purdy. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Purdy.
And that's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at the 20.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room.
Here now a 3rd and 20.
Now Rodgers.
He'll let this go deep for Lazard.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their own 46. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7.
Here's Samuel.
Fights through and now a crease. Fights loose. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
What's the deal? Let's play
Purdy now to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Niners first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Purdy. And this is caught. Jennings. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to throw, Purdy. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Purdy sets up to throw again. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 19 yards away. And the Niners have retaken a third-quarter lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And New York set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and a couple. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go again with Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7. That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense, because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone, because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
Back to the ground with Hall. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have answered back with a 3rd-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
You got it figured down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. But they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd down and 8. Now it's Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Touchdown, Jets. Randall Cobb from 8 yards out.
And the Jets are able to build on to their fourth-quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Completes it to Jennings. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Jennings.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Rodgers. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, and now some space to operate. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Purdy looking to throw. Samuel bringing in the slant. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Purdy now to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Down to the 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 right at the 30. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
McCaffrey running up the middle. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. They go play action here. Purdy. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Purdy, big 4th down play. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
The Niners set to take over on offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On third down, it's Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Purdy sets up to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Purdy.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On fourth down, here's Purdy.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on fourth down.
Purdy from the gun.
Open man is Samuel, complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
Let's go do this thing, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Juwan Jennings
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.